Film that sign. There's an advert for Alatech, which I don't recommend.
You don't recommend Alatech?
No, but I do recommend a product called Aerials, which you don't get in Poland and Russia.
Alatech is actually not spelt that way, but it's actually the name of a friend of mine on YouTube who does Russian lessons.
Alatech?
Yeah, her name is Alla Shubina, and she does something like Alatech, is what she calls her channel. But it's nothing to do with that, so that's another matter. Anyway, here is the Indomitable, with the Deu building in the background, on the crossroads of Hrubieszowska and Przeokopowa. The Indomitable Alanheath, of Alan Heath channel fame. So basically we're at the end of a hard working day, and Alan came on his bike.
Here's my bike.
5.67 now, is it? 5.67
kilometres.
5.67 kilometres in half an hour. Came over to meet me at the office. This is my new office. Which is very nice. And
I suppose I could have driven down the road, that would have been quicker. But
the famous Alan Heath came to spend some time with me, which is a great privilege, because Alan Heath is one of the few people that have got more videos up than me.
No.
Isn't that true?
I haven't posted for a long time though. I've got a stack of stuff waiting to be posted from various places.
Well, you've got a kind of completely different strategy in posting to me. I mean, I try and make sure that I post at least one thing a week, and I wait a little while usually for it to have got the first flush of views that you get when something's at the top of the pile, and then I add the next one, which means I've now got this hopelessly long backlog, and things that I was planning to be posting in October last year, I've just been posting this week.
Oh, right.
So I've got about 100 videos of raw footage.
Oh, right, okay.
That I haven't even turned into final video yet, and I've got about 30 videos which are already in final form, just waiting to be uploaded.
All right.
So your strategy is completely different to mine.
The only thing I've put up in the last month is my business stuff, which is then linked into my professional website.
Yeah.
That's only, I've put up 3 videos, and in all honesty, only had to put up 1.
And my problem is I don't have any business films really. Not. I've got nothing which is anti-business or anything like that. But I mean, there's nothing really to do. I mean, I use filming and what have you more to relax after working hard, whereas for you, you've incorporated it into one thing, because like your website and your business are something which you're very passionate about anyway, right? So.
Well, the business I'm passionate about. I wouldn't say I was particularly passionate about it.
No? What, you're not passionate about packaging? You shocked me.
Yeah. I don't really care that much about it. I mean.
Okay.
I don't. People say they're passionate about the work. They're passionate about packaging. Well, you know, how do we get passionate about packaging?
But don't you get excited about one?
Yeah, it's like getting excited about curbstones.
Don't you get excited about new forms of rubber?
No, not really.
Packaging.
No.
No? Okay.
I really couldn't care less, to be quite honest. Actually, that's how I've been thinking. I really ought to be doing some business or something. I couldn't care less. I was offered a job recently.
Yeah.
Without saying the name of the.
No, you better not do that.
But it was
I might forget to have edited it out.
It was to do with the. This is the managing director of a charitable concern. I thought, you know what? Well, first of all, it was a disease-only female skit, so that was the first thing. And I thought, yeah, you know what? I can actually get passionate about this. I can actually believe in what I'm doing.
Can you believe that? Whenever I put the video on, you better do the filming.
Oh, alright, I'm taking the filming. Who's
this?
this?
This is my wife. Unfortunately, for some reason, it's bounced.
It's bounced. She's going to be suspicious where you are and who you're with.
And you're going to do your usual thing, no doubt.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Poor girl, she wants to start worrying about me.
Yeah.
She knows how undeserved it is.
Alright.
I'll call her back.
Right. Hey, this lady was alright, actually.
Was she?
Yeah.
Are you talking about history again now? I know that you're a history fanatic. Hi. Я иду, но я с Аланом. Так что мы с Аланом будем кушать что-нибудь по дороге. Я потом пойду домой, когда будет немножко попозже, ладно?
Кто это Алан?
Так, Алан еще притворяет женщиной.
Алан, это женщина?
Не, Алан не есть женщина. Окей. Все в порядке, дорогая? Все хорошо, окей. Люблю тебя. Пока. Despite your best efforts, she still loves me. Right, thank you very much. Then we can do it all single take. I like single take filming.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't do that so much often. I've got probably, at the top of my head, I must have 150 films as such. We could probably make around 15. No, it'll be more than that, because I got my stuff from Sweden when I was there. I've got all my journey I filmed from London to, to Düsseldorf, and then from Düsseldorf to Woods. I didn't film from Woods to Stier. Oh, then I've got my stuff, a little bit of stuff I filmed in Gostinen and, where else was I? I was in Gostinen and somewhere else, but in a place now.
Gombin.
Gombin, and I've got that. I've got a fair bit of stuff to put up.
Gobbin.
And you see here.
But you didn't actually, yeah, that's the line of the ghetto.
Yeah,
sorry.
Ghetto.
Come on, you can do some historical commentary.
Yeah, well this here, oh sorry, no, what am I saying, this is nonsense. This is outside the ghetto, yeah, sorry, you're wrong. It's further up there. The ghetto, but these railway lines, these tram lines actually went through the ghetto.
Are they the same tram lines as they used to be?
Yeah, no, I don't think so. Sorry, the tram line went up, there was still there.
But where was the bit on the ghetto where you actually had a bit of the normal town going through it, and there was like a bridge over it up there?
Oh, it's Podna.
Podna, okay. And that's Marvipol, that's one of the biggest Jewish concerns, isn't it?
Could be. Israeli, I mean.
Sorry?
Israeli?
Yeah, Israeli. Hey, I know what I wanted to ask you. I've seen on YouTube footage, in fact it was on the Russia Today channel.
Of me?
Sorry?
Of me?
No, not of you, but of there was some Orthodox, you might say even ultra-Orthodox, who went on a big march in America saying that they didn't believe that Israel was correct. They didn't believe in Israel. They thought that Israel wasn't real, and they wanted Israel, you know, not to be like, you know, a state. They thought it should be dismantled and...
Well, it's something written in something that the state of Israel cannot exist until the Messiah turns up, but I'm not really... I don't know what that is.
So they're saying that...
Another thing I'm not about, but...
But I mean, is that a standard view, or is that a very common view, or is that really an extreme view?
No, it's a weirdo view. In fact, there is a group of people living in Israel, I don't know what they're called.
Yeah.
Who reckon that Israel shouldn't exist.
Well, why do they live there then?
Yeah.
If they think it shouldn't exist. And living in Poland saying it shouldn't exist. Yeah. Well, it's kind of like cutting off the branch you're sitting on, isn't it?
But yeah, there is something, or some kind of belief, maybe it's Hasidic, or I don't know. But most of them though live in the United States.
But I mean, of Jewish people in total, do you know how many people are like anti-Zionist? A lot are anti-Zionist.
It depends what you mean by anti-Zionist, because...
Well, I think that Israel shouldn't exist.
Oh, it shouldn't exist? No, not
I don't mean
not
that.
Many.
I don't mean that they don't fancy moving up and packing up and moving there themselves. I mean, I can understand people have got lives to get on with, but actually representing the view.
I had that problem as well, but I took it to the mechanic and got it fixed.
Yeah, actually representing the view that Israel shouldn't exists, that they should pack it in and go home.
Go home. Well, there's nothing to go home to.
Well,
really.
precisely. But go to some other homes, or some other places.
No, you won't get many people like that.
Yeah, so that's a really odd view then.
I don't think there's many, because I mean this word Zionist.
Yeah.
I mean it's very difficult really. What is it? It means like an Israeli nationalist. No, sorry, a Jewish nationalist, I should say.
Well, isn't a Zionist simply somebody that believes that Jewish people have a homeland and it's Israel? Isn't that enough to be a Zionist?
So. I don't mean up there proper. I think you should, yeah, well, Palestine, depends what you want to call it, but yeah, it's somewhere there in that area.
I don't know what word you just said.
Well, Palestine.
Well, what's that? What does that mean?
I don't know, that's the geographical area.
Is
That's
it?
what it was called before 1948.
Oh dear.
You didn't know that word?
No.
Oh right, yeah. Good job I told you.
Yeah, I don't recognise the Palestinian state personally.
You don't have to recognize the state. I'm using a geographical area. But no, I think there is a Palestinian state. It's called Jordan, but I mean that seems to have gone missing somewhere. And
well, that's right. Well, she was married to that. What was his name? Andre or whatever. What was her name?
I can't remember, but you know she's Jewish.
Katie Price.
Is that her name? Jordan? Well, I read it somewhere she was anyway. I mean, I don't know if it was on some anti-Semitic website.
Well, there is actually a hymn that goes, "When I crossed the Vale of Jordan."
Oh, that.
Which I think is not very nice to actually talk about a lady's anatomy in the middle of a hymn. And to remind worshippers about that in the middle of a church service, I just don't get it. Portishead, fleet foxes. I don't understand either of those two expressions.
Oh, sorry, I've got an allergy.
You've got an allergy?
No, I didn't take my pill.
Oh, you got an allergy. What was that Maureen Lipman advert? Do you remember? Oh, she got an allergy.
I forgot to take my pill today.
Oh dear. Well, that's it then. There's nothing we can do.
Hey, you don't need decent doctors that give me a prescription, do you? I know what I want.
Prescription?
Hello?
Yeah,
I want this.
They'll all give you a prescription. They just take money for it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't want to pay them 100 zloty for the privilege.
Well, that's the going rate.
45 zloty pills, which I would expect.
That's the deal. I mean, it's like a mafia. The medical.
Hang on, just a minute. I've got right to free medical.
Why do you have?
I lost my card in.
You got your E111 with you?
Sorry?
You got your E111 with you?
I haven't. No, I lost it in the Amsterdam airport, along with my German SIM card. So there's probably somebody.
I wouldn't have thought you were.
Pretending to be me.
Wouldn't have thought you'd have played The Sims much at your age.
Well, that's the way it goes.
So there you got your.
You know what? That's a pretty good deal, that, isn't it? 7% on your. It's a huge deal, that. 7% on a personal account, right? And it's in PLN. Inflation rate's what in this country now? 4? Something like that? It's the same as in Britain.
Yes,
anyway.
but you're only allowed it on your first 3,000 zlotys.
3,000 zlotys.
And you have to have 3 million in to qualify.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's presented at 1. Yeah. 5 hot dogs in
It's only for 3 months
a present.
anyway.
That can't be right.
7% on 3,000 zlotys.
That looks like a foot that's gone wrong. Look, it's got an extra toe. Looks quite horrible. I was wondering what it was that I didn't like about that advert, and I finally realised it.
Well, 3% on, sorry, 7% on 3,000 zlotys. It's 210 over a year.
Yeah.
So over that period there, it's like 50. What's interest on the interest? That's too difficult for me to calculate.
There's
so
no
it's about 55 zloty.
There's no interest in interest.
There must be interest on interest.
No.
You calculate 7%. Well,
Not in Poland. No, not in most Napoleonic law countries.
Well, you get no interest on the interest.
Not unless you capitalise the interest in the contract. And that doesn't happen in most banking contracts. No, there's no interest.
I've been well fond, haven't I?
You have been.
Well, that's easy to work out.
Well, it's not. There's not in Polish law, not in French law, not in Italian law. Interest on interest is an Anglo-American thing. Automatic capitalisation of interest.
So, in other words, if somebody says
it was outlawed. It was outlawed in the 4th century, towards the end of the Roman Empire, and Roman law has an outlawing against the capitalisation of interest.
So, because the Romans never got to the United States, therefore it's allowed.
In fact,
there.
usually, that's right. Well, that's right. Well, I mean, the United States law was cut off British law, and British law wasn't Roman law; it was case law, common law, and equity. So it's.
Right.
That's a bit funny. What do you think of that? One shoe looks like a ruddy sandal.
Yeah, I wouldn't go out
and then the other shoe is really elegant. I mean, up to this point it looks okay, yeah.
Well,
and afterwards it looks really shoddy and scrappy.
Yeah,
you'd have thought you'd have got matching shoes.
Yeah.
From the shop.
I like sandals myself, so I mean, should have been like I've got on now, like you see.
Oh dear.
Because I can't find my old sandals. My new ones I bought last year, so I got the old ones back.
You don't wear them in England, do you?
These I would do.
You would do? You're a brave man.
I did actually in Newcastle as well.
In Newcastle?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very brave man.
I know I haven't get a chance to put shorts on in Newcastle.
You're going to walk around with shorts and sandals, but you would do that on the beach, like you can do the Whitley beer.
Well, you can't.
You can do the Whitley beer and wear some shorts and sandals on the beach.
Yeah,
you wouldn't get them in Chella's like in Shields, wearing sandals like. Let's say what you're doing, man. You got Bible bashers on.
Bible. There's a word for them. Jesus. I don't know what the word for it now.
Okay, let's change the subject. Dell. And there's the Hotel Sobieski there.
Yeah.
You can check out any time you like, but you can never go to Vienna and smack the Turks in the mouth again because they've already gone.
What's he naming a hotel after a pack of cigarettes?
That's right. Better than naming a public school after a pack of cigarettes, isn't it? Marlborough.
And the battle. Hey, look, there's a thing over there, Warsaw Tower. Now, my understanding was that Warsaw's gone bankrupt.
That can't be.
They can't go and put Warsaw Tower, and it's going to be built down there. So in fact, it's going to be built to the left, the Warsaw Tower.
How can Warsaw have gone bankrupt? That's impossible.
Help me on here.
I think so.
What was that other one? There's going to be this tower to the left here. There it is, you can see that. Hasn't been built. That one there, it's been built. It's supposed to be finished about 1326 or something. And they're still building it. And there's some poor someone who's paid 20,000 zloty for a top below flat. Or maybe that was just the bins flat or something.
I mean, let's face it, if Orco were going to be getting into trouble, they'd start flogging properties, wouldn't they? They've still got plenty. I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think so.
Well, so many of the similar. Anyway, whoever started building that thing, which is supposed to be the 20, whatever it was, 20,000 a square metre. It's obviously got a sense of humour, which is nice. But they went bankrupt. I thought they had a name something like Orco. So well, it's either Orco or it's not Orco. It's gone bankrupt.
Might have been something similar to it. No, I don't think so.
Oh, red light.
For starters.
So film me going across on the red light.
For starters, I had correspondence with Orco not long ago. So.
They didn't mention you'd gone bankrupt.
No.
Well, you want to check that one then?
In fact, they were out for. No, I don't want to say anything about them. It's a joke. Nothing wrong with Orco, I don't think.
If you weren't filming this, I'd have walked across the road then.
Oh,
I was still there.
So you don't worry about suggesting on camera that a large major international property company is bankrupt.
Yes.
That doesn't bother you, but you would worry about crossing the road on a red light on camera.
Yeah. Having said that, I would like to point out that I don't that for anybody who may be thinking of using Orco, that I've got absolutely nothing against them. And if they haven't gone bankrupt, it's entirely my fault. So I'd like to get in my excuse now.
Yes.
And if anybody's lost any money because of this, I'd like to state quite categorically that
I
won't be paying it.
Oh, so, okay.
It's just what I heard.
We're not liable under Headley, Byrne and Heller.
So,
that great comedy trio.
On the internet, I looked at this speedometer thing before I bought it, and everybody's given it 1 mark out of 5. It had one complaint after another It cost, I think I can't remember. It was like 25 what I think.
This looks like
€6.
This looks like the seafront at Tenby, doesn't it?
Tenby, I've never been there.
Dinbach Episcoid. It's a Wolof. It's the Wolof.
If we walk on the right, we can get the dog's attention.
Well, you go ahead. You get its attention. I'm not going to go over there. So he's gonna. Oh, I see.
I feel to get the dog's attention.
You did.
He's got the dog well under control there.
Well, that's right. Yes. So you didn't want. When you walked towards the dog, he pulled his dog over the other side. He didn't want to be liable for the dog biting your hand.
You didn't want me to bite the dog, maybe.
Do you know what's the name of that poem? Come, good people all of every sort, come listen to my song, and if you find it wondrous short, it cannot hold you long.
I think that was a 1960s hit, so it's a bit before my time.
Oliver Goldsmith, and the about the man who had a dog, and the dog was his constant companion, but then one day, for some reason, the dog went mad and bit the man. And everybody said, what could have gotten into the dog's head to have bitten such a great man, such a religious man? And then everybody thought that the man might die. The man would surely die from the dog bite. After all, a mad dog, you know. They didn't use the term rabies in those days, but they knew that you could die from a mad dog's bite. And then it says,
disease.
Yes, mad dog disease. And at the end it says that it was the dog who died from biting the man. That was the punchline, but I can't quote it in verse form.
I hope you noticed that rather attractive girl with blonde hair just went past.
I didn't.
She smiled at me.
She smiled at you?
On the film later.
Okay, well maybe I will. I didn't notice her.
When I say on film, I might change my mind, but I mean, but what I saw, I was just walking down.
I didn't notice at all. I don't look, you see.
Well, I do all the time.
Well, you're not married, so you can. He's available, by the way, girls.
Yes.
But he only likes tall girls. That was a T at the beginning, isn't it? Yeah. So,
Przepraszam, sorry. Oh, Australian. I'm still speaking in German to people.
So did you go up to Germany then?
Sorry?
Did you go up to Germany?
No, when I was in Germany, I'm not going back to Germany.
So what did you do since last week? Because I was in Prague. Well, last week.
Were you?
Yeah.
What time? was here somewhere. Of course, it was 2 weeks ago since we walked down here.
Yeah. And that waitress that served us is I think on holiday now. So
Kinga?
you're out of luck if you were looking for Kinga.
Yeah, I was rather hoping to see Kinga again.
Oh, you never know. She might be back off holiday. I mean, I came here yesterday and she wasn't there then. So.
This is babushka.
Yes, babushka, by the way.
What's that? What's that, a Russian thing?
Well, yeah. You want to eat that place instead of the usual?
No, whatever. Actually, I wasn't even thinking of eating, but I mean, whatever. I'm rather posh at the Russian food.
Sorry?
I'm rather posh at the Russian food. But
Well,
I mean,
do you want to go?
be...
Well, it's outside, isn't it?
No, it's probably fattening and it'll not do us any good at
Well, it's not so good for my diet, I suppose.
No, we've got to think of that. I've got to think of health.
Well, I usually have the same.
Kentucky fried rat today.
Well, I tell you what, if you won't regret it, because in this place where we're going, there's this brilliant Chłodnik, and you just haven't tasted anything like it.
Okay.
It's a brilliant Chłodnik. It just tastes so fantastic. And it's only now in the summer that they do it. It's a limited edition. I hope they still have it today. They had it yesterday.
Oh, hang on. This place here, Amrit Kebab. I went to their place in Cranston Summer.
Well, that's not open yet.
Yeah, it's not open, so it won't be one yet. But it was top class. Oh, hey, look for jobs. There's some jobs on. Hey, pomocy kuchni kierowców. Well, we took both of them.
Yeah, but they've been looking since April.
Well, April, yeah.
And they're still not open. So I don't think they're going to make it. If you can't make yourself open for the main tourist season, for the main summer when people are out there eating in the street, then you ain't going to do it.
Well, you
got to wait for another year.
I was reading somebody's
You got to do the old Johnny Logan.
I was reading a report today. So obviously got nothing better to do than to read reports on the food industry in Poland. Sorry. And it was saying that there was a lot of scope for expansion.
Right, we're here, so I'll turn it off.